Hey everyone, it's Autumn Johnson with Playbook Athlete, and we are here at the training facility, Total Athlete, where Dwight Johnson, a former NFL player and now CEO and owner of Total Athlete, trains upcoming D1 talent. His main goal is to make sure that he gets them that first offer and plenty to follow after that. We're going to have a sit down with him to get the insight of what it takes to stand out and get that first offer. So stay with us, and Playbook Athlete has you covered. So you played at Baylor,
Yes,
and you were
ma'am.
the top 100 sought after player in Texas.
Yes, I was.
So you've been through all this experience of, looking for offers, getting offers.
Yes.
So how are you using your experience to help other guys that are coming in?
I just been through it, and this is what I know. And when I'm training athletes, I remember I didn't have this guidance as a kid, but I had a good high school coach that kind of showed me the ropes, and I kind of emulated after him, Coach Tusa, and what he did for us. And he built everything off of hard work, discipline, dedication. There's a formula that you build it off of, and that's what I did. I could say a blueprint.
Right.
And my blueprint has always been that. And I remember being a high school kid getting all these offers and stuff. And then the hardest thing about getting a lot of offers is telling, because you can only dance from one to end. That's my high school coach used to say. You can't tell everybody yes. I always say it's a good problem to have, because there's a lot of kids that are trying to get one offer.
Right.
And when you're coming up, you got 30 plus offers. That's a good thing. But it's a lot. It can do something to kids' mentality. Some kids, you got to stay humble. Nowadays with social media,
I was just going to ask you about
it
that.
blows everybody up like they're a superstar.
Right.
Like the stuff I see kids, I got my 29th offer. I was like, we was doing all that back then. But it wouldn't look like we were a superstar, you know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like social media really benefits them in this way? There's attraction now that you're seeing this kid is well sought after. So do you feel like social media plays a pivotal role in actually getting recruited?
It does, because you're building a brand. You are a brand. You building your brand is about how you put it out there. So yes, it does. It really puts kids on the map, because a lot of colleges on Twitter.
Right.
And it's a way for them to put the huddle out, the information. Back then when I was coming up, you probably have to send your VHS tape out to people if you want to get an offer. People that were struggling to get offers, you got to send out VHS tapes and stuff. It's just a little different. So it's a way for kids to get on the map and be seen, and it can work for them or it can work against them.
Okay.
It's based on how you use it.
Okay. So for someone who's low on the radar, what's the winning recipe to actually get noticed?
The winning recipe is always the training. So I tell everybody, come in here and train. The blood, sweat, equity, you go to Combine, you see 500 kids, but how many kids you see in the gym training Monday through Friday to prepare themselves?
Right.
So it's about the training first.
Okay.
That's the key. Another thing, it's about size and, athletic ability.
And how does an offer change your life whenever that happens?
Ooh, an offer change your life. It does a lot for athletes' confidence. Like, wow, I'm good enough to play at University of Alabama.
Right.
And this confidence is everything. For kids that are from 5 years old all the way to 18, it's about building their confidence.
Right.
And through our training, through our motivation, and when they get that first offer, they're like, wow. When I tell them, I said, you got to see it first.
Okay.
I saw myself playing college football.
Right.
I saw myself playing in the NFL. You got to see it first before you can actually achieve it.
Right.
So that's kind of what I teach them.
You have to have that mentality. Do you see a spark? Okay, once I get this first offer, do you see a spark, and out of nowhere the grind just changes?
Yes, I do. Because now they know where they're going. That's how it was for me. And my college coach said, you can play college ball, man. It redirected my focus. Look at all these guys he had a wall of fame. So I'm just copying what we did at our high school. And I saw the guys that went to Texas A&M and the Texas and the Baylors and the Oklahomas. And I'm like, wow, that can be me someday.
Okay.
But that's pretty much how we do it.
And there's plenty of guys out here playing the same sport. How do you stand out?
That's great. I tell people, you gotta outwork the next man. You can't think, because it's highly competitive.
Right.
It's highly competitive. Just like it's competitive on the college side. Nick Saban, if he got a kid, he doesn't have that kid until that kid signs on the dotted line. So he know I got to go down there. If I got to bring some donuts to the coaches, I got to do what I got to do to make sure I got this kid all the way to a national signing day.
Right. I'm going to close out with this. What were some things that you wish you would have done differently, and how are you, kind of just living through these athletes to let them know that, hey, like this is something I didn't do, so
Yes.
make sure you do this?
Right, that's a great question. Well, it's like this, when I'm training my son, DJ, you know, I train him from my success, but I'm mainly training from my failures. When I got to college, you know, I went to 4 losing seasons at Baylor, you know, and, you know, we was up, we was down. You know, I had some good games and I had some bad games. I wish that I could have been more consistent.
Okay.
Like I said before, maximizing every opportunity. Because there was some opportunity that was at my hand that I feel that I let slip. You know, and I had to come in from the bottom, but it was tough, but it built a lot in me. You know, all things work together for the good. And I just used that from my failures and stuff like that to tell them that maximize every opportunity. You know what I mean?